And in terms of niches, would you personally select internet marketing niche?
It's hard to choose, to be honest. To be there, what I can say about niches is that you want to sell a product that people are actively looking to buy. You know, so people need to be actively searching for a solution to this problem. That's the main thing. And really, what you want to do is you want to pick one of the main niches. So there's finances, which is kind of what internet marketing. Internet marketing is a sub niche of finances or money, whatever you want to call it. And then there's health, and then there's relationships. Those are really three big niches. So what you want to do for a niche is you want to pick a sub niche of one of those. If you just pick a sub niche of one of those, you'll be fine. So what's a sub niche of health? Muscle building or men's health or something like that. I mean, you're going to be pretty good if you choose one of those three things because there's people looking to buy those products. Now, the internet marketing niche is kind of a hard niche. Personally, ethically, I don't think you should really be selling people products on how to make money online unless you're making money online.
Right.
So um, I think a lot of people they get caught in the fact that they need to go after the internet marketing niche, but you don't really need to go after the internet marketing niche. In fact, many of the strategies that people give are much more effective outside of the internet marketing niche. Things like ad swaps. Ad swaps are not nearly as effective in the internet marketing niche because everyone is signed up to 500 email lists. If you build an internet marketing list, it's going to be much less responsive than any other niche because people are subscribed to 500 lists. It's just too much for people. So there's pros and cons of it because obviously there's more people to do joint ventures with. There's more people who it's easier to network. Everyone knows how to do marketing in general. So some things are easier, some things are more difficult. You know, um, I would probably start out in another niche, but it's hard to say. I can if you build a mailing list of 2,000 to 5,000 people in muscle building, you're going to be able to make some pretty good money from that. If you build a list of 2,000 to 5,000 people in the internet marketing niche, it's not really going to be worth much. But that's why you have to turn people into buyers because then you've got a buyer's list, and then those people are worth your time and energy and effort. So for a niche, I would suggest um, make it easy on yourself and probably just avoid the internet marketing niche at least at first. This is just my personal experience. I know a lot of people will tell you to go after the internet marketing niche, um, but here's a plan for doing this whole plan. What you need to do is build a list of about 2,000 people. Okay. Once you have a list of about 2,000 people, you can do that. However, you can buy it. You can buy advertising. It's not a bad idea. You can do whatever free traffic technique you want. Write tons of articles, whatever it is. Um, to make sure that whatever you're doing provides value, because value is kind of what makes the world go round. So if you're providing tons of value, you'll get people. You'll get people there. That's kind of a general thing. I wish I could explain it a little bit more, but you want to really over deliver as much as possible. But build a list of 2,000 people, and then you can do ad swaps until you know 10,000. Now, an ad swap is basically where you promote your mailing list to other people's mailing lists in exchange. So I'll send a message about your list to my list, and vice versa. So build a list of 2,000 people, and then you can do ad swaps. Now, this is going to allow you to get the traffic necessary to get your sales funnel, your squeeze page, and your sales that are converting well. And then you can do that until you get to 10,000 people. And then you can start doing joint ventures. Now, this is a plan that I'm 100% sure and confident works. And the big main barriers are getting the first 2,000 people on your list. You can even start doing ad stops with 500 or 1,000, and getting the sales the sales page and squeeze page to convert. Now, this almost sounds really simple, but that plan right there is a $10,000 a month plan, and it absolutely works. Now, if you're listening to this call, you've probably heard other people give plans exactly like that. But, are you going to have the confidence or the commitment to actually do that? That's really the question. But it works. It works extremely well. And if you do it in a niche outside of the internet marketing niche, it's going to be a lot easier. With that plan is much, much easier outside the internet marketing niche. It works in the internet marketing niche, but it's going to be much harder out in the internet marketing niche. But it's a pretty, if you've been around a while, it's a pretty logical plan. Most people will give us plans similar to that, but it really, 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 really works. This is working now. It works today. It will always work because you're doing solid business fundamentals. Even if your sales letter doesn't convert, you're building a list. And
I hope you enjoyed this video, and to get all 10 training sessions absolutely free, just click on that link below. And remember that we are not going to make this available forever, because we actually sell this for $30 every day, and now you can get it for free, but this is a very time limited offer. So make sure that you click on the link below and download all 10 training sessions.